Welcome to the Positive Pants Podcast. Mindset, motivation, and inspiration to help you find your positive pants. Let go of negative thinking and stop living for the weekend. With your host, Fran Excel.
So welcome to the show. As always, it's Fran Excel Mindset Coach, helping you find your very own pair of positive pants so you can get out of your own way and live a life that you love. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm very grateful you've chosen to put me in your earbuds today. Please do hit the subscribe button so you don't miss anything, and do leave me a review. I love reading them, and it really helps me get found by other people who need to hear what I share. I'd also love you to email me your mindset and productivity questions or topics you'd love me to cover to hello@franexcel.com, because I know a lot of you think I'm inside your heads because you tell me all the time. But if I don't know what you need, I can't give it to you. So let me know. Okay. Is the fear of success holding you back? Do you fear your own success? You're probably thinking, what? No, of course not. Is everything I'm working towards, why on earth would I fear getting everything I want? You crazy woman. Yeah, right? Well, you might be surprised to know that actually this is one of the most common fears that holds us back as business owners, and often the hardest to spot for exactly that reason. So why would you fear getting... Milo's going mad. Why would you fear everything you've worked so hard for? Well, on a conscious level, you don't really. That's the problem. Fear of failure and fear of judgment are far easier to identify, but the fear of success can be slightly more pesky. There may be a few little sneaky unconscious drivers at play that need to be identified so they can then be challenged and told ever so politely to F off. Yeah, and stop getting in your way. We're all working and striving for success, so why on earth would we sabotage ourselves based on something we actually want? It sounds bonkers, right? Well, as we know by now, 95 to 99% of everything we do is driven by our unconscious. Well, if unconsciously you think that getting the success that you want would affect your relationships, your friendships, or anything else for that matter in a potentially negative way, then it starts to become easier to see where this may happen. So fear of success is also one of the big reasons that we procrastinate and why we can't work out why. You know, so how do you know if you have fear of success? How do you identify it and overcome it? So to identify it, you need to look at your behaviors currently in your business and really start to challenge what you're telling yourself about why you're doing them. You know, a lot of these won't be in your conscious thoughts, but all the reasons and excuses you're making will be. So do you not finish tasks even though you know that if you did, it could propel your business forward? Do you procrastinate, but it's not because you don't want to do the task or you're afraid of failing? Are you easily distracted? Do you kind of allow yourself to be easily distracted? Do things start going really well and then all of a sudden things start going wrong all at the same time? Fear of success can also be hugely linked to your money story too. So look at it this way. If you believe, consciously or unconsciously, that rich people are bad people or anything along those lines, it's really going to get in your way, and your unconscious will sabotage you because you don't want to be a bad person, right? Your brain doesn't want to help you be a bad person. So with success comes potential / inevitable rejection too, and maybe some good old-fashioned trolls. So if you don't put yourself out there to be seen by lots of eyeballs, then you'll stay safe, right? Totally cool. A biggie is also that you worry about change and the fear of the unknown. And there's previous episodes on that. So please go listen to that. It comes to what it will mean for your life when you're successful. You know, you fear that unknown. What will it mean for your life when you're successful? So your brain obviously loves certainty. So it's obviously going to try and keep you there as best it can. So how can I work out mine? I hear you cry. So there's a few common underlying thoughts that I see come up often with clients that may help you identify your own, and a little reframe for you to help you think differently about them, because the trick is that awareness and challenging it and creating a better story for you. So The first one, what if I get judged by or even lose my friends? So you may think on the surface you're working towards everything you've ever wanted, but the reality is not everyone will support you. And that's fine. You'll learn who your real friends are. Your relationships will evolve and the right people will stay right by your side and be proud of you. There will be people who are jealous. You will highlight things in other people that they don't like. Not everyone will back themselves to do what you're doing. So kudos to you for that. Yeah. But when you're doing it, it's highlighting it that they're not. Yeah. Does that make sense? So you will find new friends in this game with common goals, interests, common values. And it can be hard to let some friendships go, but don't be afraid to, because you will wake up one day and realize that you've got this incredible supportive network of people who get it, people who get what you're about, people who support you. Yeah. Okay, the next one. OMG, it's gonna be so much responsibility and it's all on me. Yeah, you may be unconsciously concerned about the level of responsibility, the bills to pay, the irregular income, no paid holidays. All of these things are actually sortable. It's easy to sabotage your success when on the outside it looks like you're doing all the things to set you up for success, but the responsibility of having your own business can feel heavy sometimes. For example, you might be delaying registering your business or registering as self-employed or VAT registering, all of these things that make it very real. I was definitely guilty of this one in my first business. And you may even be telling yourself you will have to do all the things. And the reality is it's just not true. The more successful you get, the more you can outsource and build your team. Woohoo! Yeah? So, will my family still accept me? Will my spouse still accept me? A lot of your unconscious beliefs around success and money will come from your family. So if you grew up with things like rich, successful people are greedy and arrogant, then why would you help yourself get rich and successful? Because that's going to mean you're greedy and arrogant, right? You've told your brain your entire life it's not what you want or who you want to be. So you have some serious cognitive dissonance going on where you're battling what you consciously want against your unconscious beliefs. And if you also believe it's what they will think of you, then it becomes easier to see how this could hold you back. It's all about challenging it, all about identifying these potential underlying beliefs. I'm not saying that you will have any or all of these. You may have none of these. It may be something completely different for you. But another common one that I see is, what if I become someone I don't like? So similar to the previous point, if you believe that what you're trying to achieve comes with a potential personality shift for the negative, then why would you not sabotage your success? If you believe successful people are greedy, arrogant, have no time, are selfish, then of course you're going to unconsciously get in your way. Do you have evidence to suggest otherwise? Because I do. Do you see successful people doing charity work, being kind to others, being generous and being humble? Those are the people that you need to focus on and remind yourself and your brain of, if this is something that you can identify as holding you back. The next one is, will I still have time to do the things I enjoy? Will I have any time? If you believe success is linked to busyness or has to come from it, then this one could definitely get in your way. If you believe that having a successful business means less time with your family and loved ones, less time with friends, less time to be doing the things you love, then it would be helpful to nip that in the bud, right? It's like I mentioned before, the more successful you get, the more your team can grow. So you can work less and earn more. Delightful, right? So change that story. There are a ton more, but these are the ones that I see most frequently. And until you can identify these unconscious beliefs and habits that are keeping you stuck, you'll continue to sabotage yourself. It's sticky, but it is all sortable. Once you identify them and create that awareness, then you challenge them, you reframe them, you create new beliefs, you decide what is true and what is not. You create these new beliefs and these new habits that actually serve you. And then the whole world opens up to you, my friend. It really is all possible. So it's a really, really pesky fear. But once you identify it, everything else can completely open up for you. So If you got value from this and you know in your gut that now is the time to step up and start rewiring your thinking and changing things for yourself, then book in a free discovery call so we can work out what needs to happen to get you from where you're at right now to the action-taking success you know you can be. And if you want my eyes and ears on your problems, I work with people one-on-one and through my Proactive Pants Mastermind. So stop waiting for if and when and decide to change things now, because you can. And as always, I hope that was helpful. So any questions, just let me know. And as always, I will see you next week. Bye.